Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome, but if you keep coming back, you're much appreciated. My name is Nwaduto and I am a teens coach. In this video, we're going to be looking at boarding or day school, which is right for my child. Let's get right into the video. So in this video, we're not going to be ruling out or emphasizing on which is better. No, we're just going to be helping you consider several reasons before you decide which is better for your child. So this is not a debate as to which is better, boarding school or day school. No, we're just going to be looking at several points, several tips that will help us come to a conclusion concerning your child and which is better. We're going to be making an assumption in this video, and our assumption is day school is the default. So we're going to be assuming that day school is the default secondary school that most people attend. So now we're going to be looking at different reasons or different tips why you will want your child to go to a boarding school, or why it is better for your child to go to a boarding school. So let's consider these few things. So the first thing is for independence. Is boarding school for those that are already independent, or is it for those that we need to learn independence? So you are wondering, my child is too clingy. Send him to boarding house. Once he gets there, he will learn to be independent. Or, boarding house is good for my child. I mean, my child is independent already, so what gives? I totally agree that boarding house builds a level of independence in our children. But then you need to also consider your child being clingy has also made you used to that child being clingy. So by the time your child is shipped off to boarding school, are you okay with seeing your child just once a month, which is just on the visiting day? You might want to consider that before shipping your child out to boarding school. The second thing we'll be looking at is family tradition. Now you know that once your child is ready for high school, your child is definitely going to the boarding house. Why? Because you and your spouse, or because both parents are okay with boarding school. It could also be for the first reason that we looked at. You need your child to learn independence, or you just believe that once they are there, they learn independence. So besides it being a family tradition, you need to consider if it is okay for that particular child. Due to, say, medical or emotional reasons, if your child is needing medical attention very often, then boarding house might not be the best place for that child. Or emotional reasons, can your child cope outside of home? So these are things you need to consider before you ship that particular child to the boarding house. The third thing we'll be looking at is that's the only option you have. Yes, as parents, we work 9 to 5. Some other parents might not have the luxury of 9 to 5, meaning that it will span later than 5 p.m. Either work itself or commuting to and fro work. If the traffic prone area, you find out that parents might not be getting home till very late. What happens to the welfare of that child that has closed school since 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. and is yet to be picked from school, or is yet to have an adult at home with that child? So most times you see that you have no other option than the boarding house. If this is the only option you have, then you just might consider some other things. Most times we might have worries. There are certain worries we have concerning going to the boarding house. But going to the boarding house is the only option you have. So find one that addresses your worry. What are you worried about? What is your major concern for your child going to the boarding house? Highlight it, then find the particular boarding house for high school students that addresses your worries. If it's distance, then find one that is close to you. Could it be security? Then ensure that you're taking your child to one that is secured. If it's, I'm going to miss my child too much, how do I cope? Then find one that offers flexi boarding. When we talk about flexi boarding, it means your child could be in the boarding house during weekday. You can go to work, have your life during the week, and then Friday evening, you come pick your child and your child is home with you. You return the child again either Monday morning or Sunday evening. Then life continues with him as a boarder and then him as a day student over the weekend. Talking about flexi boarding, I would like to emphasize a little bit here. We're going to be digressing a little, but not totally digressing. To be on the safe side, it would be nice to send your child to a school that offers boarding and also offers day. We're looking at the point that says this might be your only option, either due to the job you do. So you find out that, oh, let him go to a boarding school. Next thing, you change jobs and your new job gives you enough time to be at home with your child. You find out that you want your child back. So what do? That school offers only boarding. What do you do next? It means you have to begin to solicit and beg and do that back and forth with the school. And if they still say no, what do? You have no option than to change the school your child is going to. So starting all over, paying those huge fees that first-time students pay, and beginning to search for a suitable school for your child again. So you find out that it could be cumbersome. Or should the scenario be flipped, you send your child to an only day school and they're not offering boarding. You change jobs where you do not have the luxury of time to be home with your child, and you need your child to go to the boarding house either during the week and come home during the weekends, or just be in boarding house till the term closes, right? You have to change the school again because you've sent the child to an only day school. So to me, in my opinion, remember, we're not saying which is better, but I'm just saying, if you can get a school that offers both boarding and day, it'll be safer, so that whenever you need to change your mind, you are not going to be entirely changing the school of the child. Another point you need to note when finally choosing the boarding school is consider other costs. Yes, consider the costs. Transportation costs. Now, after you have done all the costs involved in sending your child to school, besides tuition, you need to put there transportation. Now, it's not only the transportation of your child to school, it's also your transportation going to visit the child. Should you be in another state, you have to be flying to and fro. Are you going to be making it in one day? If not, then there should be something called hotel cost too. So you put all of that into consideration before finally making up your mind. Then lastly, here now, I would love to say, give time for your child to grow. Boarding house is just like life, right? Your child is out there by himself. There is no parent saying, do this, do that, don't go there. Why do you make that kind of decision? Have you done your homework? Why are you waking up by this time? Yes, they have their matrons and the boarding house master and mistresses and all that to keep watch over them, but there's still some decisions that they make themselves without you looking over their shoulders, ensuring that they've done certain things. So it's like life. Okay, there is nobody you send to a new environment for the first time that we have all good things to say about the place. They might come back and complain about a thing or two. I mean, how the food never tastes okay, or how the hostel is congested, or how they don't have enough time to sleep, or how they are being bullied, or how their stuff is being stolen. Trust me, there will be complaints. But those complaints should not let you just want to withdraw your child immediately after the first term or after he comes back on the first midterm break. Let your child go back and let your child learn to deal with those life issues. If he doesn't learn how to deal with those life issues now, your child will still have to learn it sometime to come in the future. So why save your child from things like that? As long as the child's life is not threatened, let your child go back and learn to deal with those life. So these are just some few points to help you make up your mind on boarding or day. So you see, boarding school is not exactly totally bad, but still, before you make that decision of shipping your child out to the boarding house, consider these few notes that we've just highlighted to help you make a firmer decision. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you love this video, you just might consider subscribing and giving this video a big fat thumbs up. Thanks a lot. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.